Let's take a look at the face of the detector and I'll show you some of the features. Here is the power button, and as soon as you turn the detector on, you notice here you have your sensitivity level. There's your battery indicator. Here's your depth gauge, and these lower row of square blocks are the accepted targets, which correspond to the photos above. I can show you that. Here you have your mode button, and you notice that the ACE 250 has several different modes, and you just scroll through the buttons. You start off with an all metal, a jewelry mode, which notches out iron and foil. You got a custom mode, which the default it's just like the coin mode, but you can program this mode and it saves it. Then you have the relic mode, which is accepting everything but iron. Then you have the coins mode, which is discriminating out iron, foil, and pull tab area. So all you're really going to hit on is the coins and anything else that falls in that range. Let's go back to the custom mode. The custom mode, to change your mode, all you have to do is move your discrimination button. You see the small icon under the coin. You hit the eliminate key. That'll either bring an object in or take an object out. So if you want your custom mode, sorry, hit sensitivity. If you want your custom mode to include just above the foil range, click that, enter it. If you want to put another notch right above nickel, enter that. You can still leave off pull tab. If you want to get rid of zinc pennies, you could go up to that area, hit eliminate, and then you would just be accepting those items. Or you can go back down and your custom mode can eliminate everything but silver targets, dimes, and quarters, etc. So that's up to you as the user to decide. And then you can just switch back to one of the modes, jewelry mode, if you want to pretty much hunt everything except for iron and foil. Sensitivity is 3/4 power default, and you can adjust that based on ground conditions. If you don't receive any feedback or chatter, you can turn the machine way up, and if you're receiving a lot of feedback, you can turn it down until you're at a acceptable level of noise. This is a silent search machine, so and I've noticed that it's very stable in my ground conditions, so you can run it really pretty wide open right around here. And once you locate a target, there's your pinpoint button. When you go over the item, you'll get a signal, and as the indicator grows higher, it means the target is actually in the center of the coil, right down there in front of the stem. If you dig a little plug in that area, which that wouldn't be a very big plug, about a 5-inch plug, you will locate the item pretty much every time. I'm going to do some detecting with the ACE 250 and show you what I find, and that'll be part of the review, and we'll just estimate the depths and stuff as we go along. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright guys, I wanted to show you one more thing about the machine before we do some detecting. I forgot to mention that the ACE 250 is a multi-tone machine, which I really like. You don't have to continuously stare downward and get a neck ache. You can just sweep and listen for tones. And we have a quarter on the ground here, and you're going to get Garrett's signature bell tone for the high conductivity coins, like you know, quarters, dimes, and pennies. And here's a nickel. Nickel gives a medium tone, and you probably can't see it, but there's a penny down there. So we're getting the bell tone for the coin, and down here is an extremely rusty nail I pulled out of the lawn, and that's going to give you the iron tone, the low tone for the iron targets. If you are in all metal mode, you'll hear that, but most of the other modes, like if we go back, try a different mode, the coins mode, we sweep over the nail, there's the nail. You see a little indication that it's picking up iron, but it's not giving you any sound. You go over the penny, you're getting it. Go over the nickel, you're getting the mid-tone. Go over the quarter, you're getting a high tone, and the indication on the screen. But like I said, I really like to listen for the tones and not constantly stare at the screen for a prolonged period of time, because it seems like if you have your headphones on and you're looking down for 2 or 3 hours, it can be a bit fatiguing on the neck. So and there's the just give you an indication, got the coil raised probably 7-8 inches off the ground, and it'll pick that quarter up. So I mean, the Ace 250 with this little stock coil gets a very respectable depth, and there are other coils available. There's a larger coil than the same kind of oval configuration. I think that's like a 12-inch coil, and there's also the 11-inch double D coil, which I would think would be a great coil for this machine. But for now, we're going to use this in its stock configuration and its stock settings. So I'm going to do some metal detecting. I'll show you the results. Alright. Hey guys, I'm out here with the Ace 250 in a spot I've hunted quite a few times with some other machines. So this area is loaded with iron. So if I pull anything out of here, it's definitely going to be a testament to the Ace. I'll show you if I get anything. Alright guys, I got a 6-inch plug, and it looks like I've got my first interesting find. I'm in the jewelry mode. Sounds like somebody's hunting near here. Jewelry mode with a default sensitivity, and it looks like I've got some kind of really cool button. It's got a round shank. Looks like it has a gold eagle or something on the front, so that's an awesome find. I'll clean that up at the end of the hunt and show it to you. This site is so heavily infested. One tip is, if you get a bell tone, just keep, sometimes it can be a little bit of an iron faulting, but if you keep sweeping and it repeats itself pretty frequently, I'd go ahead and dig it. But I'll show you if I find anything else. I've got a better tone here, so I'm going to dig this one on camera. Getting the high bell tone. I didn't really pay much attention to the meter. Mostly listen for the tones, and seems like we got something in the plug here. Well, there's our big high tone. Bottle cap. Show you if I get anything else. Alright guys, I didn't dig this one on camera, but probably about 3 inches. I got a good tone. Looks like I got pretty crusty green wheat scent. I'll show you if I find anything else. Alright, right at about 6 inches in the plug. Had a little bit jumpy signal. Another wheat penny. I'll clean it up and show it to you to the hunt. Alright guys, I only got to hunt for just a little while. The wind is blowing like crazy, and it started raining. So when I get back home, I'll clean up those few finds and wrap up the review. Alright. Alright guys, I'm going to show you some of the finds from today's really short hunt. I got some clad, nickel, a zinc penny, and 3 dimes. Then there's this really old, looks like a cuff link, and it's bent. And you can tell it was obviously some kind of plated material, but I think it's, you know, extremely old. That was really neat. And some kind of interesting piece of metal here with a pattern on it and a small hole. Maybe it was some type of jewelry or something. But well, it's kind of cool. And then here's a little what's left is some kind of small pendant. Looks like a little basketball. And here's a very old button. This is like 100 years old. I looked it up. It's got something like Hartzman, Philadelphia, and I checked that out on the internet, and these were made from late 1800s to early 1900s. So they still make a button like this today, but it has a different manufacturer. So that's a pretty cool find. And I did get 2 wheat pennies today, and they're mixed in with the other coins I found yesterday. I wish I would have had my camera yesterday, because I took the Ace 250 out next to my job. There's kind of an old hotel site. I've done a short video there, and really did a thorough hunting. And these are all wheat pennies. I mean, there's a bunch of them in various states. I think you got 1911 to around 1950. So there's yeah, get 11 of those. This is actually a squished wheat penny, which is really neat. Kind of. You can barely make out one on there if you look at it a certain way. And then over here, actually got a couple of Indian heads. 1896 Indian head, and it's in pretty good shape. Love those Indian heads. And this Indian head actually looked better before I cleaned it. It had decent detail, and I think cleaning it messed it up. It was 1906, and now you can just barely see a date. But those are the finds. Alright guys, so that's a quick look at the Ace 250. Overall, I'm very impressed with its ease of use, stability, and really respectable depth with a stock coil. And it really did well. The site I hunted was heavily hunted by me already, so it was pretty amazing that it pulled some stuff out, and I'm sure every time I go I'd get a lot more. So I really like the Ace 250, and I'd say that is a great choice for the beginner metal detectorist, or anyone that wants an affordable, well-performing machine. So thanks for watching, guys.